The trade deadline looming, things are heating up for Phoenix in their pursuit for Jimmy Butler. As recent reports from Shams Charania let us know that Pat Riley, the owner of the Miami Heat, had a sit down with Jimmy Butler where Jimmy told him face to face that he would like to be traded. And this is huge and is even better for Phoenix, as we all know that Jimmy's prioritized destination is Phoenix, and Phoenix wants to get him there. So could this be pushing the move for Butler to finally get to Phoenix? We'll be breaking down and looking at all of that and more on this episode of Suns Digest. I'm Bruce Velez, and you guys have been absolutely fantastic showing your love and support. We recently just hit 2,000 subscribers, which was our goal, which was absolutely fantastic, and I can't thank you guys enough for showing all your love and support. But if you want to make sure you stay up to date on everything, regardless if it's trade rumors, post games, where we'll be breaking down the game happening tonight, weekly live streams, which are on Thursdays, and or any news revolving around this Suns team, this is the place for you. So if you want to make sure you stay up to date on everything revolving around this Suns team, make sure to hit the like, subscribe button, and let us know what your thoughts down below on this video are. But without further ado, let's dive into the video at hand and make sure to grab that snack. And like I said in the introduction, this is great to see. This is amazing, as Suns fans are getting the hype from this recent report that a deal for Jimmy Butler could be on the horizon and could be getting done, with the Suns team finally being able to secure him. And if we want to look at the reports, we can see from ESPN's Shams Charania that reporting is that suspended Heat star Jimmy Butler, like I said, told Pat Riley in a face-to-face meeting that he wants to be traded away and will not sign a new deal in Miami. And this has been obviously mainly known with the superstar in Jimmy Butler, but it's nice to hear this come out right now, because I truly feel like Pat Riley thought he could maybe merge this relationship, possibly thought he could be able to keep Jimmy Butler on the season and, just have him not play, but ultimately that's not going to happen. Jimmy Butler, I think, will be traded at this very moment. He wants to play. He wants to get off the suspension. He doesn't want to be in Miami. He feels disrespected from this franchise after not giving him a payday that he thought he deserved after bringing this team to 2 finals and being one of the best players in Miami Heat history. Pat Riley felt that he obviously didn't deserve that kind of payday, felt like he deserved a little bit less, and that's obviously where this is stemming from. But we all know that the Suns want to give him that payday, and Matt Ishbia is willing to do that. But we're going to be breaking down and looking at this more, as Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler, like I mentioned, reiterated to team president Pat Riley in a face-to-face meeting last week that he wants to be traded, league sources told ESPN. Butler told Riley that he will not sign a new deal in Miami and intends to only use his $52 million player option in the offseason as a trade maneuver if he does not get moved. Butler's 7-game team issued suspension from the Heat, what was termed detrimental conduct, ends Thursday, at which the point will be Heat will be faced with finding a path forward for Butler, with options including a return to the roster or a trade. Heat officials will meet later this week to discuss the best route with Butler, who requested a trade earlier this month. But like I said, he told Pat Riley he wants to be moved now, and he wants this thing to be done. And before we continue and dive into more on this, for all the people that say I'm posting fake news, this is courtesy of Shams Charania, like we saw from this article on ESPN, on that you can read yourself. So don't know what the fake news is coming from, but let's get into this more. This is what we wanted, just to get back on the road and get away from all the chaos, said Tyler Hero after their Saturday's win versus the Blazers. And obviously, the Heat have been doing really solid without Jimmy Butler on the suspension. Hero has looked like an all-star this year. He's been performing really well. Bam Adebayo has been struggling, but has been able to work through some of it. And this Heat team looks better without Butler on their roster, without the distraction. Similar to what Eric Spoelstra, their coach, said as well, saying he wanted to quiet all the distractions. Tyler Hero said, riling all around each other and making it about the guys are here now, the Heat got enough. And the Heat suspended Butler on January 3rd, saying that obviously his actions dictated this suspension. The Heat have also engaged with multiple teams on a Butler trade scenario and have received offers, but have been hesitant to negotiate further, sources said. Riley has shown no urgency in these talks as the trade deadline looms February 6th. But as we all know, like I mentioned, this is key for the Suns, because in a recent video we broke this down, but the Suns reportedly want Jimmy Butler bad, according to Mark Stein of the Stein line. And Phoenix wants Butler, and Butler wants Phoenix. He's heard that they want him bad, where one league source says the Suns, but the obstacles preventing him such a swap to continue to be considerable. Before Bradley Beal's obsessive no-trade discussed no trade discussion clause can be even come into play. Miami and Phoenix need a third team willing to absorb Beal's monstrous contract to emerge. And that's what we know. We all noticed that all through the last couple of weeks. But like I said, it's heating up. It's getting closer. Butler has told Pat Riley he wants to trade. Pat Riley hasn't even really thought about making moves. I think Pat Riley ultimately thought that, oh, I can just hold on to Jimmy Butler this year. I'm not going to trade him. I'm going to be an asshole. I'm just going to hold on to him. And then next year, we can just let him go and he'll just walk in free agency and we can do the Paul George Clippers thing this season. Well, guess what? No, he's going to use that for a trade contract for leverage next year. And I guarantee you Butler will bring that on late into free agency if the Miami Heat want to do that. Similar to a situation with Damian Lillard and the Blazers, which ultimately hindered the team that Dame went to and screwed up the Blazers and what they could have potentially gotten in for a return. I ultimately believe 100% that Jimmy Butler will be off the Miami Heat by this deadline. Pat Riley wants to win. He wants to compete, and he is not going to let Jimmy Butler be the better person in all of this. Move Jimmy Butler and give him to the team that he wants to go to. Phoenix is the only team out of the 4 rumored teams that Butler even wants to go to, and Golden State and the Rockets and the Mavericks, that is willing to give him the money that he wants, is willing to trade for him, and has the contract to do it. There's also rumors out there as well that the Suns have had discussions with Bradley Beal, and there are teams that are willing to take on Bradley Beal's contract. The ultimate decision and the ultimate thing holding all of this back is truly Miami. Miami doesn't know what they ultimately want. Does Miami want a player like Brandon Ingram, a player that can fit right in and be a nice integral piece? A player like Zach LaVine? I think if they wanted Zach LaVine, this deal would have already been done. It would have been done. If they wanted Bradley Beal, this thing would have already been done. They don't want long-term money on their books. So a player like Brandon Ingram could be that little plug-and-play piece to help you out this year, possibly save you money in a long-term extension, and still give you that wing that you want that can still produce for you on both sides of the ball. Or the Heat could go into a direction where they just acquire some players that are, some salary fillers just for the end of this year, and guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. and Tobias Harris, and taking those contracts on just to ultimately give them up next season and let them walk so that the Heat have so much money in free agency to ultimately give them their decision. Pat Riley has to make and decide what move he wants to make, and ultimately I do think it will result in Jimmy Butler getting to Phoenix one way or another. I know Bradley Beal has been playing very solid for this Suns team off the bench. He has been able to help out this team, but the Suns have so many scoring guards, have so many players that play a similar like role to Bradley Beal, and he's making $50 million coming off the bench, and I don't think that's something the Suns want to have on their roster, and I don't think that's something that Bradley Beal wants. Beal has clearly proven with this team that it's not a skill issue. It's him being able to stay healthy and his ability to be a fit, and he's not a fit with this starting lineup, not with 3 guards, not with Booker and Durant, which also need the ball in their hands, also need the ball to score and create. He works in that second unit because he can do that by himself. And I truly think that if Beal gets moved to a team where he can be that secondary creator, even third creator in a lineup, even if the lineup doesn't even has another guard, but has some physical presence of a defender in the piece, at the wing position, at the center position, Beal can still be a successful third option on a team. It's ultimately just a roadblock because all the team Beal wants to go to are Denver, Miami, LA. They don't want Bradley Beal. And all the teams that technically would take Bradley Beal are teams that are a little bit younger, kind of near the playoffs, kind of trying to merge. And who knows if Bradley Beal wants to go there because he has the no trade clause. Ultimately, like I said, I think it just keeps getting better for the Suns because Jimmy Butler is going to, I think, eventually force a trade out of Miami, and the only team that is willing to go after Butler at this very moment is the Suns, and I believe they will be the only team that will strike for a trade right now. They're the only team that is willing to want to pay him, and I know Matt Ishbia is very aggressive, will get what he wants to get done. He got Kevin Durant, he got Bradley Beal, he got rid of DeAndre Ayton, he will get Jimmy Butler. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, what you ultimately think on this news, on the breaking down of this Jimmy Butler stuff, as you guys are the most important part, as you guys keep the channel flowing. So like I said, if you do enjoy the content, hit the like, drop your comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and go Phoenix Suns, and I'll catch you guys in the post game tonight.